I'm just out for wow, some much needed time in the woods. It looks like someone's camped here. Fire reflector. The remains of a burnt wood fire. But I've just come out today primarily to have a chill. Using the old sort of wax and wool gear. Hoping to get out on a camp just using that gear soon, hopefully. There's my little setup. I've just basically come out to have a brew. Oh, lovely view. Something to eat and make some fire starters, homemade fire starters. And if you want to make a quick fire in your firebox or your bush box or your twig stove, they're really good. This is what I'm going to be making my firelighters with. I'll show you in a little while. Got a little bit of Vaseline. I'm just going to rub the Vaseline into some cotton wool and cotton wool pads, little cotton wool pads. Let it soak in for a little while. Then I've got some, I don't know if this is the best sort of wax, but it's wax from various candles that have nearly run out. And I'm going to melt it in there or in my pan. So after I've dipped them in the Vaseline, I'm going to melt that and then I'm going to dip them in there and hopefully grab them out with this. I've just got these in this little plastic container. Plastic. Trying to go away from plastic but as much as possible, but just some Vaseline, and all I'm going to do is rub a healthy amount on there. Both sides. You can melt it up, the plastic and the Vaseline, and then lay them in there so it proper soaks in. I think it's going to soak in fairly well, so I'm going to do that with each one and let them soak in while I'm brewing my brew, which looks like it's nearly ready. And I'll do a small fire on the bush box using one of these to light it. This would work without the Vaseline, I think, and it also would work without the wax. But if you use both, then it's going to burn for quite a while. It's going to take quite well. Have something to wipe your hands after though. Anyway, you get the idea there. Perfect. Boom. But yeah, there's Vaseline on there, varying degree. Some of them haven't got much on there. Some of them have got quite a lot on there. And then I'm going to use this. Now, you'd probably be better off just using just normal candle wax. Some of this is all scented and whatever. But it's what I've got, just different remains of candles. I'm going to boil it up. It's letting off but it's letting off a funky smell. Didn't take long at all to sort of got some liquid there already. I've done this at home before with just normal candle wax, not with some of these funky ones. So I'm going to let that melt completely. Dip those in that have been sort of covered in Vaseline, then let it dry, and then I should have a few nice little firelighters. I don't even think I need to leave them in there long, so I'm going to get cracking. Let's go in. Anyway, I need both my hands. You saw how much I had in there. That only done, I might have over soaked them a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, nearly 5, 6. Only done 6, but these will still use. I can still use as firelighters if they're just with the Vaseline. Sorry, these. That one I tried to do. That was the last one I tried to do. It's got a little bit of wax. That will still work as a firelighter. I'm going to let them dry out and soak in. and hopefully I'll demonstrate on this one that isn't one of the best ones. I need to just let it dry out. And look, I've put my thing on there and look, it's still yeah, I'm going to get some food on. Got there in the end. Sheepwoods, well, and squirrel over there. But yeah. Leg of lamb, anyone? No. I'm going to use one of them, hopefully. How are they coming along? Yeah. They're sort of... yeah, there. Yeah. They've gone all waxy. So we'll see how these work. I don't see no reason why they shouldn't. I'm going to use my rubbishest one, which is that one. And all I've got to do is heat that up. I've only got that little bit of wood, and there's plenty around here I can just grab if I need. But yeah, it's just to show that they work and how you do them. And also for me to chill out in the woods for a bit. So I think you can just do it with a lighter, or you can just break it up like so. There you go. There he goes. So that's going to burn for a little while, so I can, even before the wood takes, any of the wood takes, but I want to get the wood on there. There we go, easy peasy. Yeah, work a treat. It's got a bit of a funky smell to it because I used them, I don't know, was it aromatherapy type bloody things? Like the fire's going. Full Monty. It's not a proper nice fresh sausages, and got like burger things, bits of tater, bits of mushroom, beans. Do the trick for now. Yeah, they go all. Yeah. These ones would still work. They've just got Vaseline on. They would still work, but they might not burn quite as long as the ones with the wax on. But I think they burn long enough. Got your wood, if you've got your bit of wood, your bits of wood prep, and they don't seem to want to fit in here now. I should get a proper little tin, shouldn't I? Get a few little bushcraft tins. Yeah, mat's covered in leaves. Yeah, this stuff, this is like a wool and canvas bedroll mat thing. And what else? And my wool blanket here, all from like Outhouse. I bought them, I haven't been given them or nothing. but I like British company and that, and I like it. I like all the gear. I've got another bit from there that arrived today actually that I'm going to try and do like a natural fibre camp out a la Giles Binion. Hello Giles, if you're watching. Because it's nice, the stuff's just feels nice, doesn't it? It's a different style of camping. I know there's times to go lightweight and, you know, or somewhere in between, but it does feel nice. The simple things in life, eh? The simple things. Just as well, because I can't afford any of the extravagant ones. Happy with the simple things in life. Time is one of the worst ones though, for me. Time. You spend a lot of time doing stuff you don't want to do, don't you? I don't know, I do. Out of necessity, but... And seriously, that fire, now for winter camping, yeah, well, it's pushing out quite a lot of heat under here. It actually is, surprisingly. If you had it a little tiny bit closer, it would. But obviously with a little twig stove like that, you couldn't keep it going. Well, you could keep it going, but you'd be constantly feeding it, constantly. It doesn't burn for very long before it goes out. Cup of tea, half-hour chill, and back to reality. Oh, which is reality? Is this reality? Or is that other stuff reality? God blimey, I don't know. Don't know, mate. Anyway. Cup of tea and a chill. Have a posh tea? Nah, normal tea. Normality. Normal tea. I can keep smelling, I don't know why, that should have burned out by now, the wax. I use that funky smelling wax and I keep getting the smell of it, unless it's psychological in my head. I smelt it earlier. Still keep getting, unless, I don't know. I reckon I better give that a good old wash when I get home, otherwise I'll end up frying sausages in whatever that blue stuff was. Look at that, look. That root joins on from there up to there, look. To that tree. Look. Twins. Yeah. It's cool. It's just a tiny bit of ash. I'm going to spread it around here. I think I'll come back up here now and then. I'm not sure about a night camp. I'm not sure, because there was some activity. There has been a reasonable amount of activity. Well, not loads. Got a bit of activity going up the track that's just out there. And you won't spot me. But if you come in here, anywhere in these woods, really, I'm quite easy to see. But it is lovely. I hope them older firelighters prove useful to someone. Although, you know, if you're looking into that sort of stuff, you'll find them elsewhere. People can probably show you better ways. Well, it's just is what it is, isn't it? It's simple and handy, and they work. Hopefully I'll catch you soon and enjoy the outdoors and don't go falling in any holes like I nearly did. Bye bye. That's where I was going to sit. I'll leave them to it. I'll let them have that spot.